What's going on, YouTube? Point Pleasant here, trying to do another knife review for you. And today I want to talk about one of the biggest disappointments of all of the knives I have ever purchased, and it is the Bark River Bravo Alpha. Why is this knife such a big disappointment? We'll get into that, but let's get it out of the sheath. Take a look at it. Right off the bat, you might be able to see some of the reasons why, but I don't know, man. I thought this was going to be the end-all be-all of camp knives, and I thought Bark River was one of those companies that you just couldn't go wrong with. That's what I'd always heard. That's what the forums will tell you, the Bark River boys and what such. But I didn't get really that good of a copy. Let's take a look at it against some other knives real quick. As you can see right there, if you line it up on them dots, it's about 9 inches total length. And here it is against the Gunny. And also we got the 1.5 LT. So you can kind of see where it stacks up in the lineup. It's like a 1 1/4 that's been super beefed. And it's actually based on another knife. I believe it was called an Avalanche or something like that. But that one had a weirder handle, and people didn't seem to like that. So DLC kind of brought that back, asked Bark River to put this handle on it, and create this design for them. Get these out of the way. And I thought it was the bee's knees, man. So the first run I didn't get one. This knife was purchased in 2021 during the whole vid thing. So I don't know. Maybe Bark River's maybe they had some trouble hiring. Maybe they had to send some guys home. I'm not really sure, but whoever made this knife didn't care. You can see it just curves right through there. A real surfer type wave just right down through there. And on the other side, you got a similar thing, down and then out, just like that. And that's not even really the biggest problem with it. If I put my fingernail right here at the tip of where this grind mark stops, and then we flip this knife over, I don't move my finger, look at that. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can look at it, but if you could see it, there it is, for half a second. If you could see it, that is almost a good ½ inch away from where it ends on one and ends on the other side. So you're talking about somebody just did not look. We got one side that comes all the way out to here. We got the other side that's all the way back here. We look at the tip. One side looks pretty good. Other side just ground right off. And you can, I don't know if I can get that to show up on camera, as much trouble as I'm having, but it kind of goes off to one side. We come back here to this. This is probably the most egregious of the grinding errors, but there's just a chunk of metal here that they did not take off. It's very obvious that it wasn't supposed to be left like that. And when you look at it right here, it's just gnarled. Not what you expect out of a $325 knife. Now the handle, I don't have many complaints about. They did a good job there. It's well rounded. Everything meets up nice. Pin's nice. Lanyard hole nice. Everything back here was done well. So, handle guy, props from me. You deserved your wage. Blade guy, what the hell are you drinking, man? What kind of spicy kombucha you bringing to work, my brother? Anyway, so that's why I was disappointed. This was a knife that I was really looking forward to. And because I missed the first run of these, when I finally saw them come back around, which was years later, maybe like 2-3 years in between the two runs, I'm not sure. I was really excited. I just had to have one. When I got to it, they didn't have my preferred handle scale, which is this green burlap. So I took this maple burl, this gold fleck blue midnight star spangled maple handle burl. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty. I like it all the same. Doesn't bother me any. But I just can't believe that they sent the blade out like this. Bark River's reputation is some of the best bushcraft knives, quality knives out there. Make good steel, they get good heat treats. Now, I could send this back to Bark River, and for the $25, $30 fee, whatever it is, to send it on down there, they will fix this up. And there's plenty enough steel in this blade for them to even out all these grinds. But I don't feel like when you spend that kind of money, you should have to send it back to Bark River. And I have sent one back. I sent this LT back to have the ramp removed and have them fix a little piece on the handle. The scale stuck out farther than the tang and it kind of pinched your finger. But that wasn't a big deal. That didn't bother me. This bothers me. I shouldn't have to send this back. This should have came good from the factory. So, for whatever it means to you, I don't know that Bark River's holding up to their reputation these days. I don't know if I'd recommend this knife, even though I want to. I really want to. This is a CPM 3V, big 5mm thick, 6-inch blade, I believe. Yep, right about 6 inches on the blade, 6 in the little. Just a really cool knife when they do it right. Anyway, if you got something to say about it, let me know in the comments. And if you don't, well then I guess don't.